You read the title and you know I'm right, which is why you clicked. So, I'm not saying I'm the biggest of jumpol stan out there, but also I kinda am. I must be at least in the 10% of his most obsessed fans. I genuinely have spent hours looking at pictures of him being cute. I think about him at least 10 times a day, and when he's on screen with other people, I can only seem to focus on him. Now that I look insane to you, let's preface this by saying that when I say of jumpol characters, I'm really talking about fictional characters, not his real sexuality. I am in no way speculating about his real sexuality. I would never do that to anyone, and much less to my favorite human being on earth. So please don't be offended by this. I'm really not talking about anyone real. I'm talking about fictional characters, and I really wanted to end this absolutely terrible year, this garbage year, with some fun. So here it is. So sadly, I haven't had the time to watch all of his roles, and some roles aren't subbed or even like findable anywhere online, which is truly tragic. So these roles I haven't been able to see, so they won't be featured in this video, but I can only imagine the biconicness that come from them as well. So I kind of decided to rank the characters from the most obvious bisexual to the least obvious bisexual, though all of them have really strong bisexual undertones, okay? So let's go. Kai from Theory of Love. I think this one needs the least explanation, right? I mean, so Kai is the cheesiest of bisexuals. He is just on another planet of iconicness and biconicness. So here he is hooking up with a girl, and another 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 girl. Honestly, I lost count of the many girlfriends of Kai in Theory of Love, but you get the point. And here he's making out with a gun. Also, way before he realized his feelings for Third, he was wearing that sweatshirt. Do I need to... Yeah. Conclusion, bisexual. Pig from Puppy Honey Senior Secret Love and Our Sky. So Pig is really the character that launched of jumpol's career, and I just feel like from this point onwards, every character of jumpol played was a little more bisexual, but here he's explicitly bisexual. So before meeting Rome, Pig is very much this manly straight man who is very much still in the closet and still has a lot of internalized biphobia and homophobia, but he grows! For me, like, what I like the most about of jumpol's character is always the amazing development they get throughout the course of a show. And Pig is no exception to that. So Pig at first is really an asshole. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Pig is not one of my favorite of jumpol roles, and he becomes a little softer to come to this iconic point. And so, you know, this speaks for itself. Conclusion? Bisexual. His cameo in The Shipper. Do I even need to say it? His cameo in Teenage Mom. Sean from Not Me. Before I start, please wait a minute.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down! No!
I'm sorry, but I'm just not used to the fact that Gun are getting a mature series, where Off is finally gonna be able to show off his incredible acting skills. And yes, I'm not talking about Gun because he's had this opportunity many times before. Not even just Off. They decided to give me an Gun series with Off, which is my main bae, love of my life, and then my second love of my life, Mon Tanuchai. So I'm getting a series with my favorite ships, my two favorite men on Earth, and there's even First Canapan, whom I love as well, Flugawin, which I said I wanted to stan. Honestly, I'm waiting for this guy to get more roles because I could be a stan very quickly. And I'm supposed to be okay, folks. Please tell me how I could be okay with that. Okay, so I wanted to include Sean because while this series hasn't even started filming, this scene exists. Conclusion: bisexual. Krating from Girl Next Room. So Krating is honestly my second favorite of character after Kai because of his iconicness and biconicness. And frankly, like, him being bisexual isn't canon, but it's also canon. Here he's flirting with girls, and here he's flirting with a guy. Here he's flirting with Mild, and here he's flirting with Cincto. Here he's kissing Mild, best scene ever, and here he's kissing Cincto's hand. You get it, right? Bisexual. Zen from Fabulous 30. Zen, my dear underrated Zen. I love this dude so much. So in the show he dates Gamwi Shayani, who blew up last year for being the beautiful, talented Thai Elsa on the Oscars, and who's an icon. And by the way, I love Zen and Yui so much. Like, this ship is so good. Like, I can't understand why you don't stan. But where he does end up with Gamwi Shayani, he does that. And he says that
พี่จ๋าเขาบอกว่าเรื่องเสื้อผ้าหน้าผมเนี่ยสร้างความประทับใจแรกกับเพศตรงข้ามได้ดีที่สุดฟังกูฟังแล้วไม่แค่นั้นมึงรวมถึงเพศเดียวกันด้วย
Let me remind you that both Off and Mon are the two men I love the most on earth, and one of them kissed the other's neck. But also, why would Zen care about being attractive to the same gender if he didn't want to get a boyfriend? Conclusion: bisexual. Meti from I'm Team Me Too. Listen, I don't think anyone can deny that Meti exudes bi energy. And also he's definitely in love with T-Rex. And that's not me just pushing the Afghan agenda, but they're literally the two characters who spend the most time together and understand each other the most. Also, this scene. Also, I'm not saying Meti is a bisexual cross-dresser, but also I'm just saying he enjoyed being Meitini a little too much. But also seeing how beautiful he is like that, I get why. Conclusion: bisexual. Bright from Sotus and Sotus S. So on the show, Bright had a relationship with Kongpop's senior, and they broke up for some reason, and it looks like the senior is really sad. So maybe they might get back together. We don't really know, but like, things happen, so we know he likes girls. But he's also always kind of flirting with Tuta. Like, is it me or... Conclusion: bisexual. Pour from Wolf. So I'm gonna be honest, we're starting to get into more subtle territories. And at first I really struggled to find any scene where Paul like acts a little bisexual. Because in this show he's like this big player who loves women, and you know, sometimes that can hide some little... But I wanted proof, because I'm not saying that just to say that. I'm saying that because it's real. So, I just remembered suddenly this scene with P-Arm, which is one of our best friends, where this happens.
อุ๊ยหล่อกว่านี้ลูกอีกเช็ดที่ตัวนี้ก็ได้ครับท่าเดินออกยังเท่เลยอะ
I love this scene on so many levels because again, now Off and Arm are so close. But also, is it me or Por is slightly attracted to that dude? I'm just throwing that out there. Li Tang from You Prince, the ambitious boss. So Li Tang is really one of the least obvious bisexuals, though I feel like he has some slight gay tension with Brian. But for me, also the biggest indicator for him being maybe not completely honest to himself. And I'm going deep, okay? But I've told you every character I've seen, so I'm gonna do it, okay? And for me, the biggest indicator that he might like be a little closeted or not really happy with himself is that he's sexist and really oozes toxic masculinity. Which I'm not saying every sexist man is bisexual. That's not what I'm saying. But when you're so insecure about your masculinity, I think that there might be something inside of you that is scared of what you really want. Sometimes, not all the time, okay? So it's my headcanon that after the show ends, Li Tang becomes a much better person and really works on himself and maybe finds himself to be bisexual. We don't know. I know that's a reach, but like, I promise something, I have to deliver, okay? Gwen from Room Alone. So not gonna lie, as Off's first role in a GMM TV series, Gwen might be the straightest Off character. I know, shocker, which supports my evidence that Off's characters get more bi as more time passes, which is obviously iconic. So I tried to find a hint, the tiniest hint, besides, yes, being friends with Meg Jarakit, and honestly, who wouldn't fall in love with him? But it was hard to find a hint of him being bisexual, not gonna lie. So we might have found the only Off jumpol straight character, which is honestly a little shocking. His cameo in Hormones. That back? Bisexual. So this was it for the last video of 2020. Once again, I'm so happy this year is over, even though we kind of have no guarantee last year is gonna be better. Though honestly, Afghan and Mon getting a show together has already made 2020 one of the best years for me. Anyways, I'll see you next year and have a good day.
ฝันดีครับ